It's the wrong thing. Hey everyone, it's Aaron, your laryngetic friend. I wanted to introduce a very special episode that we recorded, in person at a table, all the players together in front of a live audience, with also in a game store, so there's a lot of background noise in that, so just be warned. First of all, I do want to say though, recording live like that, it was a wonderful experience, and it could not have happened without the support of Paper Escape in Dixon. If you're unfamiliar, Paper Escape is a game store that has everything you need from countless tabletop role-playing games, Magic the Gathering, board games, and so much more. If you don't follow them on social media, you definitely should. This small ma and pa shop has been a staple in my hometown for a long time, and they would definitely appreciate all of your love. Now, into our normal show notes. As I mentioned, this was recorded live in front of in a game store, so there's a lot of background noise. So we do apologize for that. The other thing is because of the special release of this before the special live stream tomorrow. This is a 5-hour-long episode, so it's a marathon. Buckle in, listen to it as you're teleworking or hanging out at home. Maybe you need something to binge. This is the episode for that. If you like what you hear, you want to help us grow, increase our quality, and create more and more often, be sure to head over to our Patreon page at patreon.com/Valley Studios or our brand new Ko-Fi page at ko-fi.com/Valley Studios. We have a new challenge we've placed where if we raise $1,000 before the end of August, we'll actually take our team on a trip to Spain, where we'll rent out a castle, live stream some D&D content, and many other shenanigans. So if you're interested in that, be sure to donate. Secondly, we appreciate all the love and support we've received from you, and we ask that you continue that by sharing. Share our podcast, share our studio name, Valley Studios, share our Patreon and Ko-Fi pages, share everything you can about us. We grow best by word of mouth, so you sharing us is the quickest way for us to grow. And if you share our podcast with the hashtag Tenno Way, you'll be entered into a chance to have an NPC named after you, meaning Dion gets to figure out how to make you live eternally in our D&D game. Thirdly, we are attempting streams now on Twitch while we record. It's a learning process, but if you're interested, check those out on twitch.tv/Valley Studios Gaming. We normally record on the first Sunday of every month, but watch our social media accounts for any changes or updates, such as I mentioned earlier, the special stream happening tomorrow, March 27th. Finally, don't forget, if you have fan art, questions, concerns, etc., hit us up via email at vs.valleystudios@gmail.com or again on our social media pages. You can find us on Facebook at Valley Entertains, Twitter with the handle @Valley_Studios, and on Instagram at Valley Studios Official. We would definitely love to hear from you. Now, as I said, 5 hours. Sit back, relax, and pull a chair up to the table.
For me to just disappear for
Right. So, sometimes you'll head into the Mire of the Dead for doing some but you never travel too far in because it's super dangerous.
right.
But the temple is located along the mountainside here.
Amazon.
And then there's I wanted to touch it and go like this. And then there's another one. So this is the West Temple.
Okay.
There's an East Temple on the other side of the mountains on this side over here as well. They're talking about doing a travel to that side of it, to kind of train with some of the other the other priests and
Kind of like a
different
finishing school or something.
just getting different experience with a different kind of outlook.
Okay.
For the people, but the way that they would have you do it with the people that you would go, you would end up traveling, coming around. You would come up, you'd do a small stop in Vandan, which is a really small town that's started up. It's being kind of paid to be rebuilt by Neverwinter. Because they're just trying to have a secondary outpost for traveling through the Tribor trail through this area.
So with Vandan, that'd be the perfect opportunity to maybe set up roots to get another one built.
They do want to do something with that, but there is a small town called Leon, right here. They paid a insane amount of money to be the first and only temple in that town, and it's a temple of Lythander.
Oh, okay.
But
They're wrong. But
they're the ones who have most of the money. Like, they're paying a huge amount of money in order to do this, and Leon is I was wrong. It's closer to the waterfront right here.
okay.
So but the biggest thing is they have the only temple in that town they're building there. Like it's slowly building up. There's a small amount of towns. But yes.
Would they work on this and be able to...
Yeah, they would, but like I have stuff that I can.
Oh, all right. I was just.
You said it.
We have layovers.
Religion rolls involving who?
Cyric,
Oh, I got you.
Cyric, and any history or anything like that might involve you finding out about Zhentarim.
Zhentarim.
Yes, those Zhentarim.
Huh?
Yes, those ones.
Those ones. Oh, those ones. Gotcha.
Evil Zhentarim.
But it's pretty thick, so
Yeah, it's real.
I'll say that's a raincoat.
I just gotta open it. I just gotta open it more.
It's a poncho, you asshole.
But with this, where's the mouse again? Like it's upside down to me, so it's really hard to get this going. So like there's a full trail, like for the Tribor. You guys have never traveled probably past Vandan.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I would have gone to the forest, right?
Yes. You
would have traveled. He's talking.
But I'm talking to Lucas. Tim, you may have come in because you're a follower of a good deity. You may have stopped at that temple or even come to that little town of Leon to actually like just engage with the people and stuff like that. But it's a pretty heavily Lythander village.
So would we?
Town.
So for supplies, would we have gone to Vandan or would we have gone to Leon?
Vandan.
Okay.
Because they don't
still...
have a whole lot. They're still building up. Okay. And then there was a small inn here, but you've been told not to go there.
Okay.
Not because of like bigotry or anything like that, but because they don't want you getting inebriated and having issues. They allow you into his temple because of what you did for him.
Right. No other reason.
Right. Because like normally they would see you and be really, really hesitant in order to do that.
Yeah.
But the thing is because of what you did, the risk that you put yourself on.
Yeah.
They are willing to let you in, and they let you in because you're a follower of a good deity, and as long as you aren't trying to overtly preach and take away followers, they're okay with. Yeah, and they let in because of write it, note down on it somewhere. His name is Brother Fallon.
Okay.
He is one of the ones that was able to escape with that little girl, and that's why.
What little girl?
Was it a girl or a boy? I thought it was a girl. The one that was the one that was behind the mother.
That one got killed.
Did it?
Yeah.
Okay.
He killed.
So he saved some girls.
Okay.
He saved some kids. He was able to get out.
Okay. I mean, I could tie to it with because so my character was, instead of killing people, was telling them to leave.
Right.
He only struck down the
that's
woman
fine.
because she wouldn't leave.
Right.
So he could be one of them. He
Right. And he was because of your creating attention and drawing attention from the rest of your group. Mm-hmm. It allowed a bunch of them to get out of there.
Okay. His name was what again? Sorry.
Brother Fallon.
Brother Fallon. Brother Jimmy.
Lucas, about a month prior to him showing up, Brother Fallon had made it back, and he was talking about, because everybody, it's always been, Cyrics are evil, Cyrics are they're horrible people, they're liars, they're murderers, they're thieves, and he said, no, not all of them. I've met one that wasn't. And then he tells you the story of how he threw his weapon down, he stopped the onslaught of the people that was coming to kill to kill everybody. And because of that, I can't in good conscience say all of them are bad. If there's one, there could be more. Okay.
So yeah, I can look at it as I want to convert more than.
Yes, but he has said that not all are bad, and because of that, we need to still have an open mind towards them. And then he shows up, like literally out of nowhere. Nobody sees him walking up. Nobody sees him come out of the mountain range. Nothing, like just right in front of your guys' your key the temple. He is down at the road waiting. Okay. Just standing there, like really confused. Like no idea where he's at. Just
Disoriented.
yes. And Brother Fallon runs out to him. And he's like, "Oh, good sir. How did you make it here? Last I knew, you had been taken away by your people."
Do they see the old guy that's with me or no? No. You know what? That'll make this more interesting. This guy, I don't know what he did. He laid his hands on me, and we teleported. We disappeared from the dungeon I was captured in, and I appeared here.
Besides, I don't run fetch land, so you don't have.
You must be delirious from your travels in the heat. Like I do not see anybody here. Like it did that. You are told to wait up by the doors to come into the temple, just because they don't know who he is. And Brother Fallon did just beelined it out as soon as he saw him.
I would have grabbed the Morning Star up, and I just kind of.
You're maybe you're right. Maybe I might just be tired. I haven't been allowed to sleep for the last couple of days.
By the grace of Amaunator, like please come in. We will help. We will feed you. We will help you recover to back where you are.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it.
And then he brings in. He actually introduced himself as Brother Fallon, and you know, as he's talking to you, like, yes, I was able to save some of the children and get them out before all those people killed them and harmed them. So I truly appreciate everything that you did.
That's good. Thank you.
And as he comes walking up, it's weird because when we play online, I can see everybody's name, so I can refer to it. So what is it?
Gruunak. Just call him Gru.
Gru?
No.
Gru. So Gru. This is the gentleman that I told you about, that I spoke about, the Cyric that was good. He had totally stopped my belief structure.
I'll actually put the mace away and put out a hand.
So describe yourself to Aaron.
Half-Orc, very kind of scarred up, little longer beard than mine, hair pulled back into a bit of a thing. Wearing the tabor, kind of a beat up tabard of Amaunator, since we're kind of digging them out of the reliquies, and older chainmail armor.
As long as I have a man.
Not handsome, but better looking for a
I
half.
also have mass creature destruction. Well, you can only do so many things.
Okay.
Are you sure about that?
So just for like associative sense, like I'm gonna say you're here currently,
Just
maybe getting
somewhere
supplies or somewhere in
Yeah,
the
somewhere
Okay.
doing some trapping or
So
something.
Win condition is to cast Avacyn, blow everything up.
Tim, you see this big hubbub, people like coming up to the gate, and someone in knowledge religion roll.
I did partially build my pillow fort just with the intent of dealing with your Avacyn.
Avacyn doesn't come out that often. It's a weird strategy.
What'd you say?
19.
My pillow
Okay,
fort
he-
is hexproof and all the others.
Do you still have like your
Yeah, so when I was let out, I would have run down the hall and put on the very armor, the chainmail armor.
Okay.
So it'd be torn, but it would still be like the proper tabard and everything.
so
But I don't have a weapon, as far as anyone can see.
So I need the two of you to roll a perception, but you do notice him.
Which one you guys want to roll?
He is wearing the symbol of the Zhentarim, and you know full well that a majority of them are known Cyricists.
He will destroy all of
I
your
don't see
lands.
it.
For the podcast, say what you roll.
I rolled a 5.
Oh, okay.
So.
There was
Perception.
18.
Okay, so you do see something hanging off of like it's like a little it's the little girl.
Little girls, yeah.
Yeah, there's a little chain hanging off, and there's a holy symbol on it that's spinning as he's walking, and it looks very familiar. It almost looks like a holy symbol of Lythander hanging from his wrist.
I will play a planes and play Sidewinders.
It's not super long. It's maybe 3-4 inches that hangs. So, but as he walks, it kind of yes. But it is not a tiny symbol. It is a good symbol. It's probably about a 3-inch across.
So you know what I said about landmarks?
So now for you,
Go ahead.
when you're out trapping and trying to get some things to bring in to
Random patrol and stuff like that. Yeah.
right.
That is my entire.
You do end up seeing a small group coming in along here as you're traveling back to the temple, coming along the Tribor Trail.
Okay.
That is traveling, and they have a substantially large group with them, at least probably 7 to 8 wagons.
Okay.
And it looks like they're going to head north to Neverwinter.
Okay.
Because they are staying on the trail, but they are going to head. They're going around the inn right here, which is it's called the Wayside Inn. You've gone by there many times.
Okay.
But they as they are traveling, you do need to roll a perception to see.
15.
Okay, so you do recognize some of them are wearing like almost jet black half plate, and then some of them have black chainmail on them, and you can see a small symbol on them. And do a knowledge religion.
We draw some cards.
Okay, it looks like it might be the holy symbol of Cyric.
Okay.
And you know he is the god of the murder, god of lies,
Yeah.
like that. Like
And they're
usually at the back.
They're approaching the village.
They're approaching the small inn here. And as they're going, it doesn't even look like they stop there. It looks like they just continue on the path and start to head towards Neverwinter.
Okay.
How close are you gonna get to him? I mean, you're probably good, like 40 feet away. I'm not like probably traveling on this to head towards the temple.
Right. I want to make sure that I make note of their approximate number of wagons, any supplies, or anything like that.
There's quite a few wagons, but you only notice like 4 of them in the black armor and the black chain.
Okay.
He's gonna slap these lands right into my hand.
I'm going to err on the side of caution just because this is something that is out of the ordinary.
Yes. You've never seen any of them in this area before.
First thing I want to do is just a fair warning to the innkeep.
So you're gonna travel try to make it to the inn, but prior to the wagon?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to try to beat them, let them know ahead of time, and then once I see that they have actually swung and headed towards Neverwinter, I'm going to go back to the temple and let them know exactly what I found.
You recognize there is 2 Tieflings in there.
Okay.
One very, very large red one.
Okay.
And he is not hiding at all. Just and a
give a shit
monster.
Painted,
Yes.
With a big no. Yeah.
Zero F's given for this guy. He is.
Could not summon.
He is just going, and he's got this massive,
Well, I thought I played the wrong
great sword.
Okay.
Like not on his back, on his hip.
Would I?
Yes.
Would I be able to
He's big.
notice any kind of ranking insignia?
No, you don't see it, but you do see everybody kind of respecting curtail to him.
Gotcha.
So you can you don't even need to roll an insight. It's a very easy understanding that he demands respect, and
for good reason.
And you don't know why, but you can guess.
Yeah.
It's kind of bad.
So I want to head back to the temple after a day round towards Neverwinter.
Okay, so each one of these hexes is 5 miles.
Okay.
So you're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's going to be about a day's ride because usually it's guessed between 20 and 24 miles or 25 miles for a day's riding.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're pushing your horse and you run the risk of your horse.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
So. But I'm assuming you're not even riding a horse. I'm assuming you're probably so it's going to take you a bit longer because I mean it's just because I'm assuming you don't have a horse. But
honestly, like I don't think my character would be one. It would just draw too much attention.
So
Tiefling in and of itself is bad enough. But Tiefling on a horse, people are going to be like that guy.
So after about a day and a half. You end up getting to the temple as you see a man in black chain coming up the temple with who looks like Brother Phelan. Like you've met him before, but he is bringing him into the temple. And Gru shakes his hand and then walks in with him. And
what would be normal SOP as far as me coming into the temple?
Generally, as you walk up, there are 2 sentries on the top. And,
well, I didn't know if
they
I would just say I'm going in my way. Or
well, the thing is there's the main way to get in, and then there's an entrance out the back. But the entrance out the back is more for people to go out contemplation. It's on looking out over the mountain range. To where you can't normally get out unless if you can climb up the sheer cliff of like 160 feet. So like the temple. It is a short road that goes up to the temple, and then there's like 2 levels to it.
I think that would be the prayer area.
Yes. Yeah.
With Amaunator being
more like not an individual prayer area where you're self-contemplation.
Yeah.
So, and it's just simple, like, they recognize you, they're like, oh, Zell! And then they open the gate, and then they open it up, and then you can easily come in. So,
so much immersion right now.
So you, as the gates open up and you end up coming into the building, or into the temple, everybody's congregate in the main area, the main open area, and in that open area, you can all chat, intermingle.
The first thing I would want to do after I walk in is try to get Brother Phelan's attention. I would just walk up and be like, this is what I saw. I want to talk to him one-on-one.
Well, especially when... The moment you walk into the temple, the old man's gone.
Oh, he doesn't follow me in?
No, he does not. And
he just disappears from my view when I look. Okay.
Yep, he's gone.
He has one thing untapped, so you can't block this stormfish.
You just appeared, I call it.
You
just appeared.
I just appeared,
that would be 100% on you, like...
And I don't know if Brother following them would have he probably wouldn't have told them that I was like.
I mean, he
they're like, oh, this old man next to me.
Fallon introduced you as
Vandan,
and he says that we need to help my good friend Vandan. He has had a long, very weary journey, and he needs to rest and recuperate and recover. And then as he's starting talking to the people and telling the people about it, he's like, "Oh, Zell, I want to introduce you to a very, very good person. His name is Vandan."
That was my question.
Artifact is a super type with legendary.
Brother Phelan, I need to speak with you as soon as you are readily available.
Very well. Let me help Vandan, and then I will come find you. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So he arranges a spot, a nice place for you to actually go and rest. He's going to take you over to the sleeping quarters, get you a bed, get you a spot to sleep, get you a spot to rest.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it.
All of his slivers have
His slivers.
So once he figures that stuff out, you guys can interact while he is
He is passed out.
Yeah.
I mean, like he walked in literally with 1 HP.
and you look hurt. Like you look so.
The first thing I want to do is
If it's not coming at me,
Okay, well he's probably about 15 minutes to getting him to the room,
I
getting
need
him
it
to a
tucked in,
spot,
bedtime story.
talking to the cook to help make sure that they know that he's okay, like feeding wise, stuff like that. Talking to a couple of clerics, talking to a couple of the clerics that are in there to maybe help heal you so.
yeah, that's.
I would go up to Grun and just inquire about his training. Just keeping it really small. I don't do a lot of talking. My character doesn't anyway. I never shut up.
Like, sir, training's going well. Done.
Good.
A lot here.
Good. Remember, strike with your blade. Feel it in your heart.
It happens sometimes. Not
Yes, sir.
I'm just make myself useful until Run Phalanx
after
available.
You only have to
I'll be
worry about it
You
after
do
she
see
comes out.
a person that you've never seen before here.
Okay. I would make note of like his direction and demeanor, but not really.
Okay.
I wouldn't introduce myself.
It makes total.
There is
I
a
don't know
half
why he's
demon
going
inside
with
this temple that they willingly welcomed into the temple.
At the beginning of these upkeep,
You probably haven't had too much interaction with them before, but like you can, like the horns, you've heard of the Tieflings before, or Tieflings, or like however you want to pronounce it, but you've heard of them before, but
To see what ultimately walks
yes. Not hiding his heritage, nothing.
My skin would probably be the same color of red as that. The hair would be purple, but with like gray streaking through it, and the eyes would be purple as well.
I take note.
Everybody's interacting with him on a positive accord. People saying hi, like, oh, Sally, hey, and just talking to him. I mean, he doesn't respond like he's but there is positive interaction with everybody. So.
What time of day are we in?
I would say probably pre lunch,
Okay.
like before midday.
Okay.
second breakfast.
Second.
What's take us, precious?
So
Slivers no longer has flanking.
Brother Fallon ends up coming and finding you just outside the barracks area.
Not the cards.
So, what is it that you need to
Whatever.
speak with me about?
You say so.
On my way back, approaching towards the inn, I found a rather large force, garbed in black armor.
Is this out in the open or are they private?
Well, they're walking. Like he's walking towards it, and like they're not being loud at all.
I told them about the symbol
Okay.
that they were bearing, the number, like lay out everything, the number of cards, armaments that I found, the difference towards the Gargantuan.
I'll see what you do next turn.
And they weren't were they coming from the Vandan or
Maybe you're gonna fumigate.
They were arriving through the pass, but swung towards the
Then you
Never
can't
Return.
attack me. She's only dead.
Yeah, but
did they do anything at the Wayward?
Or I'm dead.
They did
Either
not
way.
that I've noticed.
If I just die,
Okay. So
make you feel better.
I think
I'm not gonna make a deal and then have you be like, surprise, bitch, your stuff's all
it's
dead.
something that
Surprise! I play Route.
I'm going to try to
Flash.
send
Board wipe.
send information to Neverwinter, and I'm going to reach out to them to see so they can know, because the last thing I want to do is
That one's
have
mythic and the other
anything
one's rare.
like anything bad happen with them.
It is, and the price.
Given the rarity of the circumstance, I did not think it was worth passing up and wanted to pass along the information.
Well, I appreciate that because there's that there's quite a bit of potential
Because
for
Bruna has
a problem.
good shit.
I will monitor the hillside and make sure there are no approaching forces coming from the mountains.
So he takes you off and starts heading up down the steps to go down into the cellar, and he's like, "Please walk with me. We are about to send Gru to on a development mission.
The Gruul Tear taps
I
over.
would really
blow up a land?
appreciate you to go with him.
We're trying to figure out how I cast my commander.
He has shown a very strong level of connection with you, and with you around, I think it would greatly help his development. Also, having another set of blades couldn't hurt on the travel, especially with what you've told me.
People tend not to mess with your
I don't have any extra clerics to send, but we have another one that might be able to go with you. I'm going to speak with him as well, but this is going to be a very small, just a few of you to go with.
A smaller company will be more unnoticed.
And a lot easier for travel.
Yes. Is the other temple aware of my existence and presence?
No, but I am going to write up a parchment for you to give to them.
Oh, this should go very well.
I have some sway in the temple. I have visited there many a times.
If they do not shoot me on sight.
They are more of a temple of Lythander than a temple of Amaunator. So they are a bit less aggressive than what some of our followers are. So
I will follow the boy.
Well, I greatly appreciate that.
It's the Zendikar.
And I have appreciated everything that you have done for Grun and for myself in these years.
Well, we have nothing but respect and admiration for the sacrifice that you made to bring him here, the strength and integrity that you've helped instill into him. I mean, and being able to bring them here was very, very helpful for them and their development.
It was something that I felt that I must do.
But and then he pulls 2 bottles off of the shelf. He's like, "Please take these up. Take them to Lady Jasmine, and she is going to help present those with our private dinner with our special guest."
Very well, brother.
So he heads upstairs. Tim. Sorry, not Tim. Thorven. So, Brother Fallon comes up to you and he says, "Are you pressed to go somewhere?"
No, I'm just wandering the land, looking, just to explore.
Well, we have it's like a rite of passage. We send some of our followers to the Eastern Temple, and part of their rite of passage is traveling along the main trade roads and getting there and trying to survive the trip without the assistance, the large assistance of the overall temple. It's something. Yes, it's something that we do for all of our all of our followers that are in here. Once they reach a certain level of skill set and ability, we want to send them, not necessarily just to test their abilities, but to help them gain more confidence in themselves.
Right. Yes, I understand.
And if that's something that you would be willing to go with him on, we would greatly appreciate it.
Sure.
Okay. We're as a secondary note, we're going to give you 25 gold to help with the process. Just use that to help. Any time that you guys might need a place to stay, or for purchasing food or things like that, we're going to give you as much as we can for the pilgrimage. But use this money to pay for the stuff. And it's more of helping our brother Gru in the process of becoming more attuned with himself and his teachings.
Are you speaking of the Tiefling?
No. That would be his, I guess, adopted father. We're talking about the very large fellow, the half-orc, Gru. Yes. Yes. But he
Tiefling orc.
Yes.
Okay.
Half.
Gotcha.
I'm like, yes, like he we feel it is time for him to go. I have spoken with his adopted father, and
then I understand the interaction between them. Because he spoke
yes.
to him like he was an elder.
Yes.
Which then cascaded
A very strange situation. He brought in some people from a village that had been attacked and destroyed, and he took a great risk to bring them to our temple, and because of that, we hold him in high esteem. So with that, we are going to have a special dinner tonight. You are welcome to come to it. This is kind of a last good meal before the road, and a celebration of him stepping onto his pilgrimage.
Like becoming a man, in a sense.
No.
Oh, he's quite the man. It's more of him taking step in the roles of a higher level in our religious order.
Oh, absolutely.
Do you have 0 drops in your...
So,
The reason I screwed up is I should have done this
Vandan,
in order.
a couple of the clerics come in. They are healing you up. They are casting cure wounds on you. They're checking your wounds, making sure everything's healing properly. Some of them even cast restoration, because just your fatigue and your weakness and stuff like that they were concerned that you might have been hit with some type of magical effect that could have caused you to weaken or maybe cause the things of seeing things. So and then after about a good half an hour of them checking you, making sure everything's okay, and you dozing in out of consciousness, Brother Phelan comes back in and he talks to you. He wants to see how you're doing, and says, "Can I call you Brother Van?"
Yes.
Okay. I say brother as in the aspect of the sacrifices that you made. Like you did a very immensely good deed. We believe that all people deep down make a choice at every instance. Some of them, they don't always make the best choice. Other times they do things like what you did and put yourself in harm's way so you can save lives.
It was the smallest thing I could do for all the terrible things I've done.
Well, with you saying that, I would like to see if you would like to go on a small quest for us.
You want to memorize the deck list?
There's a pilgrimage that's going to occur tomorrow. We send followers from our temple of the west to the Lythander temple in the east. It is a long, arduous travel, but the thing is we also need something picked up, and it seems from what I've gathered, you're kind of wanting to atone for some of the things that you've done in the past.
Yes. Based
upon what you're saying. So with that, if you would be willing to go and collect this item, I will try to. I know you might not be a follower of my God, but I'm still going to pray for you. I'm still going to wish good things upon you because of the sacrifices that you made, and you may not have always been a good person, but when the time came, you made a great choice, and because of that, I want to extend the assistance from my religious order to help you in any way so you can try to continue to make those good choices.
What is the item that needs picked up?
It's going to be wrapped up and it's going to be a large tube scroll. So it'll probably be about 5 feet in length. But it is a very religious item that I've been asked because of my specialty to oversee the research on it. But they don't trust the mages to send it to me because of the religious nature of it. So I would like you to pick it up for me and bring it back. And I understand this is going to be a very long trip, but I would greatly appreciate it if that's something that you're willing to do.
Yes, sir. Of course.
Okay. Well, I'm going to let you get some sleep if you want. We will be having a very large dinner tonight. It's a special dinner specifically for the individual that is going to be going on this long travel with you. But it's something that we do regularly for anybody that is going with it. But you are more than welcome because you are going to be traveling.
You said it's me and one other going?
No, that one from our religious order. You met the good man at the gate. His name is Gru.
Yes.
The very large fellow. And his adopted father. And I do have a cleric of another order. What was your religious one, Thorven? Lyra. A follower of Lyra.
So you have to keep
But with that, you can sleep, and then we can wake you up in the morning, or I can have my cleric continue on this process to help you, feel better, but get some sleep, and then I can have them wake you before dinner. So if you want to come up, you can.
That'd be.
The only request I have is if you come up for the dinner, could you please not wear the armor?
If you would like me eating in the nude.
I will provide you with some very nice robes and tunics to utilize. I want to show respect for your personal religious belief, but I still need to have a level of comfort for all the other ones at the dinner. So
fair.
Okay. So Brother Fallon walks out and leaves. He talks to the clerics at the door as he's heading out.
Hang on, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
So the religious symbol that would be on my armor would be a tabard, right?
No, it is on your armor. Yes. Yeah. It is a small. The Cyric one's a small cloak tabard that can set over it. But when you take that off, the Zhentarim logo is in.
It's still in the armor.
It's in the armor.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a part of the armor.
Got it. Okay. Cool.
Like if you wanted to wear the tabard, but his thought process is like, if you want to put a holy symbol under it would just make people feel more comfortable.
Mm-hmm. So, fair enough.
Okay, so he walks out, and whatever you guys want to do, like if you want to talk to people or you want to interact with people.
I'm delivering the bottles.
Okay.
I was in the courtyard finishing up chores.
Okay.
So I'd be doing probably cleaning stables and taking care of everything else.
Like helping the blacksmith shoot horses, because you're gonna need 4 horses. You don't know why you're shooting 4 horses. You're supposed to go on a pilgrimage soon, but you don't know why there's 4 horses.
Normally, Brother Fallon, I wouldn't doubt anything he would say, so it would just be
right. Like they've never steered you in any negative direction. It's always been fairly direct, and they've not hidden anything from you.
More likely I'd be out doing the same thing, helping.
Okay, and they greatly appreciate any assistance that you're doing.
But I would have hung up the tabard because.
Yes, you do not want to. Nope, I got it. The only time that gets dirty is in battle. So I got you. When you deliver that, Lady Jasmine, she, Sal, would you assist me in making dinner tonight? I know you might feel uncomfortable with it, but an extra set of hands would be grateful. There's a whole lot going on tonight, and I want to try to make sure everything is good as we can go.
There are 2 ones, you said?
Yeah.
Zell?
What?
Would you like to help me tonight, please?
If you feel like my help will not be unburdening, yes, I will assist in what small ways I can.
Well, you have never been a burden, and I greatly appreciate it. So, I need you to roll a survival.
Oh my. Okay. No.
What'd you roll?
I rolled a 4 before my modifier, so yeah, I'm just gonna go with no.
Okay. So you start trying to cut the meat, trying to get the things going, and she comes over, hands you a bowl with lettuce, and she says, "Just chop up this," and she slides over some of the vegetables and stuff like that, and then just put that in the bowl, and then mix that up.
I'm just making salads.
So, you're doing all that stuff while you're doing it. Every so often, she'll let you kind of step in and maybe start to chop, and then you kind of mess up a little, and then she steps into what you're doing and hands you something very basic to do.
Stir this.
Like,
I'm just getting increasingly irritated as this is going along.
as is she, but
He's just stirring the soup.
so eventually there's a point, and then she says,
Never a bird. That's tonight.
"Could you go get Jacob?"
Jacob. Just stomp off.
Okay. And then Jacob's out there helping Gru, like cleaning the horses, brushing the horses, cleaning everything off, cleaning the saddles and stuff like that. And
I'll go, Jacob. Evidently,
hey, Zell.
evidently, I am not fit for a scullery maid. Kitchens.
Okay, Zell. And then just takes off running.
Is he gonna wash his hands first?
Well, of course.
Good. Don't need coronavirus in this game too.
That is what removes diseases for.
That is what the Book of Wild Darkness is for.
The Chinese must have
We want you to try this. It's called Agony.
Using our podcast for PSA.
You'll end up finishing up your chores. Are you going to help him at all? Like with this?
I'll help him rub down the horses, brush them down,
Okay.
get saddle blankets together,
Okay.
and different tack and things like that.
Are you guys going to talk at all while you're doing it?
No.
No? Okay.
7-hour game. You take away watch your
No, it's literally been years of this is how it is. Like you guys can be a feet away from each other, literally, and no talking for hours. Like you always are the ones that initiate. You always initiate the conversation. It's a rarity that he ever talks to you first, or talks to anybody first.
So, did you see anything on your travels? Anything new?
I've informed Brother Phelan of
so you're helping too?
the things that I scouted on my way back here. He is aware of them. If he feels that you should know them, he will tell
That's what I figured.
Yes, sir. Yes. Always trust Brother Phelan.
I'm at the bar getting
If there's any girls there, I want to do them.
We had to slip that one in there.
So, as the time's going along and speeding up, you do see another gentleman, the one that had recently come in. He's actually helping brush the horses, cleaning the saddles, getting the bridles all ready and stuff like that.
Thank you, sir.
I need you to do a survival check, Tim. You too, Chad.
Oh boy.
Oh, you need 2 to do that. Okay. 7?
Okay.
15.
That's a good modifier, right?
All wrong.
4.
Like the bridles, like he's hooking them up incorrectly. The saddle, he's actually like causing problems because he's putting oils on the bottom part of the saddle, which is going to cause problems for when you're trying to latch it just.
I'm gonna stop him and I'm gonna go respectfully. You stand over there, hands on head. Don't move.
And then he starts doing the stuff, and then this is when you start seeing you were completely wrong.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there with a smirk. No,
it's just that you're looking at it, and it's just.
ability.
Oh.
And what Yeah.
There's no other one drops in here.
Oh, I wasn't supposed to do that. Well,
So, everything gets done. Lady,
Jasmine.
no.
The other one.
Write her name. We'll just call her Lady Mandy because I can't find the page where I wrote it down.
Now
So,
that would go off, but this one wouldn't get it. That was the difference.
Lady Mandy comes up and tells the
So which one triggers
I'm
the three of you.
This guy.
So, dinner's going to be in about an hour. If you three want to go get ready, that would be fine. I'll assign some other ones to finish the chores.
I'm just gonna like pull my arms out and like look myself up and down and just with like a ready. What are you talking about? Kind of expression on my face. Like I'm always ready.
How dare you?
Cleaned.
How dare you destroy the pen?
wash your hands.
I'm as clean as I need.
This wasn't a request for you. This was a voluntold.
Yes, a voluntold.
Because she is higher ranking than you, like within the order and just in the environment as a whole. Like it was.
I kind of lean in and count. Yes, ma'am. I will, and I make my way.
Which is the first time you've seen him.
I will live.
At all.
You both die.
Look at level of just humility, like cowing, like he's been proud, walking chest out, shoulders up, like just the whole time. And this, it was. Yes.
He was equippable with his ears back as soon as the master.
Now I don't know how this might make you proud. This might be, but you do see him.
With the difference,
yes. You can see how
I'll just give like a little bit of a nod to myself, kind of like good as it should be, kind of a thing.
Mm-hmm. I still haven't played a land for turn.
And then I'm gonna go wash my face in the well.
Land for turn.
So, things like this have happened in the past, and
5, 6.
you see him walk over to the well and start to.
I stop.
Come.
Your bed's still there. Your things are still available.
But it is water, yes?
And you have nothing to target.
Fresher water for you, sir.
You have to destroy your own
So,
capacity.
you've been told because of what's happening tomorrow, you are to use the wash area, which you can take them to because it's a part of the whole process for going on the pilgrimage.
Like a ritual.
Yes, like a routine, right? Regular routine.
Yeah.
So you come in, and in there, they're in. Gosh, it's going to be down in the cellar.
All right, let's see what I can do.
You come down here, and in these 3 rooms right here is actually there is a bath. There is, you have been shown in preparation for it because you've had to help clean it before. Those faucets turn on hot water.
Are you tapped out?
I am.
You don't know how it works because you don't need to, but you know that is hot, clean water that comes in there. And they're like each one of these, like when I say bath, I mean it's a huge 6 by 6 foot.
Almost like high school showers.
Yes, but it's an actual like you step in. It's like you step into it. Like there's 2 steps down into it, and you can use the steps as a seat to help clean. There's oils and stuff like that for you to clean yourself up.
I'm just gonna clean my face, horns, some water through the hair, wash my hands, clean my tail off. But other than that, I really don't care.
How long do we have?
An hour.
I relax the bat.
And when you turn it on, you turn it and a little water's coming out like a normal faucet would.
Okay.
But there's more that can be turned.
Their sense of time is you're gone.
I'm sitting there and I've seen it, but I've never actually.
You don't get to touch it. Today's the day that you get to.
So I'm hesitant and I get it going.
It starts coming out faster and faster, and then when you crank it up, like it fills that bathtub up, that 6 by 6 foot bathtub up in a matter of minutes.
It's a torrent.
That's water pressure.
I feel the heat and I'm just kind of.
Oh, it it's that really nice comfort of heat, like just like there's warm, and then there's that little bit higher where it's just like, oh, that's the stuff. That's what you've got.
A little bit of like tingle on your
Yes.
skin.
Yes.
And I'm enjoying this because
Yes.
it's the first time that I've actually enjoyed the true shower of it. So the accomplishment of I get to be like you people.
Once, like it's over here, trough of water, splash, 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 clean like this.
Like
You're
what I
good to
usually
go.
do for myself.
And
So I don't
then
care about
right now, this is a full blown bath. Like there's even large, what would be a towel that you can use to dry off with it. Like it's a full fledged.
Did they have a shaving kit there too?
If you want one, they could, they would let you, like they would get you one.
I take the time because no doubt I'm disheveled with the hair and everything. So I take it, I keep the top knot up, and I just start shaving the sides of the head, trimming down the beard, keeping everything uniform.
I'm gonna need a survival.
Oh god.
Same death.
Would you-
19 on the die.
Hey, this is very crisp, very, very good. Like it's just you're hitting those lines are straight and very, very clean. Like this is like it looks good. like this is your moneymaker here. When you retire, you know what you want to do. Like it's that good.
A monastery barber.
Like you two see him just hitting it, and it's off a reflective surface on what could have easily been a.
We're in separate rooms.
No, it's one large room.
Oh, I thought you said,
Each one has one, but each room is a huge, large 6x6 bath.
Okay, so we're all three in the same.
Yes.
So since I'm not like getting in the bath, I'm just like standing on the steps, like splashing water on myself, right?
I mean, your legs are in. He needs to be clean.
I look at him.
Why don't you get in the water?
Sorry.
Because the animals will smell like this.
So
And
please,
you want people to smell
Oh, I built
this?
a stupid deck for historical.
I cannot be tracked if I smell like this. You can be tracked smelling like a woman.
So please, the lady asked nicely.
In massive amounts of
to
white.
clean for
It's
this.
just white weed.
The lady asks many things, most of which I ignore, Gruun.
Yes,
Is he close to the water?
What?
Is he close to the water?
I mean, he's probably about.
Splash him.
Oh yeah, like he's only like about knee deep. He's like
I
two steps in.
You should do what the lady says, and I just go like this.
Now I see a Grand Arbiter coming out.
Strength check.
I didn't play it before, so I'm
Oh, I'm good with that. It's just I might play goblins instead. Then because that's
Natural 20.
You fucking soaked. Like he comes and then he just hits, and just this wave of water just whoosh, and splashes all over you.
I see it, sir. Stop. Don't do anything rash.
18 on an intimidation check. I look at him and go, everybody gets one.
Yeah, let's roll a.
But I'm trying to make X one more.
Gosh.
What would I roll for that?
Just straight constitution.
No. Do insight.
Hold on, let me play my Folio. So non-creature spells cost one more.
18, 19, 20, 21.
Keep adding to the
And what was yours?
I was at a 19.
Plus your
0. What's my charisma modifier?
He seems like that could be very, very scary the way he said that.
yeah.
It's not scary for you, but like that could come off as very scary. I need you to roll out insight.
I react like I'm a little intense.
Would you use the passive insight on it, or?
No, no, you don't have a passive insight. You have a passive perception.
Oh, okay. 10.
So I will go first.
Yeah, that
That
made you very concerned for him.
that goes last.
It helps a little bit.
Cleric,
Oh, hell yeah.
don't do that again. Please.
But he smells so much better.
Not in the temple.
You should respect women.
He Sir respects her in his own manner.
So, you guys have probably been doing this for about
I'm good.
40 minutes. the cleaning, you little. So
God, I
you hear it's a very nice it's a very nice wooden door. It's just a
9 months.
sirs, are you almost done?
Oh, we can be. How much time do we have?
Are you decent?
No.
Can you wrap up and be decent?
Yes.
Yes.
Excellent. And then she opens and then she opens the door and she's like, comes in and there's 3 little hooks on the wall. She brings in, she puts 2, 3, and it's 3 robes. You've seen these before. They are incredibly nice. They are white, gold trimming. Like one of them has the holy symbol of Amaunator.
The rest of the hand is trash.
The other 2 have holy symbols of Lythander on them. It's like, I do apologize for any potential differences in religions, but this is what we wear as a sign of respect to the events of the pilgrimage.
Go ahead.
So if you could please wear these, it would be greatly appreciated.
How does this fit over my armor?
It does it.
This is my holy symbol.
Got it.
Child, I will give you
my holy symbol.
a little bit of leniency. I will not remove my weapons or my armor.
Can you just keep them off to the side then?
I'll grab the robe off the hook and just drape it over my arm and carry it with me.
I played the alternate general.
But sir, this is a tradition. Brother Fallon is like, this is something that he does. And then as you are like walking, he's like,
what?
It's full Gru.
I'll let off a litany of swearing in Infernal,
and then she's like, excellent, and then she walks out and closes the door.
I'll start changing out of my armor.
Like you two, I need you to roll perception, but it was not very loud when she said it. It was very low, almost not audible.
Oh yeah, 6.
Okay.
11.
Okay. So you heard it because she was right next to you when she said it.
So I look at this thing like an NBA jersey. I'm just like, my first shot of the game.
Yeah, like this is like completely like hours have been spent on each one, and they are slowly washed. Like each one, they let you watch them to be washed because they would not let your monster hands touch them because they're all calloused and so they all of the people that are part of this religious order have seen you have helped clean this because you have to reach a certain level in order to touch these to wash them. That's how important they are. So you're woken up and
With a start?
what?
With a start?
With the start?
Like, am I woken? Like, is someone like shake me awake? Or
Gently.
Okay.
They just they're like
gone through for the last 3 days. Am I about to kill someone?
they touch you. They're like, sir,
Bicycle banana pants.
sir,
What?
sir.
What?
We have the robe for you to wear, and if you would like to clean, you could probably clean yourself fairly quickly. We have a bathing area for you if you would like to clean that way.
Steve?
Very well.
It might be beneficial.
Alright, I wake up and follow them.
Okay, so they take you down. They take you to a completely different area. You're the only one in that area. She hangs this very nice white, like, she's like, I'm sorry for the holy symbol that's on there. I understand you might have a different religious. Oh, okay.
I don't care.
Oh, excellent. So, you simply turn the nozzle, and it, like I said, it's a large 6x6 foot bath. There is a small faucet, and she says, you just turn that on and it'll fill it up. Just go full blast, it'll fill it up in seconds.
Awesome. Thank you. I turn it on. Is she standing in there?
Yes.
Okay, I turn it on.
And then, and literally, in about 20-30 seconds, it is completely full, and you need to turn that off, otherwise it will easily overflow everywhere.
That's awesome.
And she says, and there is some nice oils and different things that you can use to help clean yourself and make yourself smell delicious. And she steps to the door and she's like, see you in a moment. And then she closes the door and then she heads and that's when you hear. And then you hear it on the next door over, and then that's when your guys. So
wow, I'm
literally a second.
Belting my scimitars over the road.
No, that's fine. So you guys are escorted upstairs to the hall, and you take the back way. Like you do not walk out anywhere in the main area, the main walking area for the where the dirt and all that stuff is. You guys are taking along the corridors, walking to the actual to the barracks, and then you are escorted to the dining area where there's one table, 12 chairs, and there's 5 on each side and 1 on each end. You are escorted to one of the end tables, and then you're sat next to him. You're sat across from him, and then we have. She's like, well, we are just waiting for the rest of the guests. If you would like some food, I could bring you some food.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, I'll bring a game hen. And then she heads out, and then you hear Jasmine back. Fucking game hen! What the hell? And then so she comes out and she's like, I was wrong. There is no game hen. And she slides what probably looks like a large rabbit in front of each one of you and says, well, here's this. And then she puts the things out like, try to go light as everybody else comes in, then we will serve the main course for the night.
Wait, go light and they give us a whole rabbit.
Well, it's...
I'm just going to start tearing.
It's going to be a long night. So, and then...
Start with the ears.
You get a knock on the door.
Can I do an attempt to shave?
Oh, yeah.
As well?
Yeah.
Not a great card, but for a dinosaur.
That's awesome.
That's a natural 2 right there.
So, God,
that's how he died.
you get a slight gash on your face, but like these lines, like it jagged, crooked, like
I just wanted to be clean shaven.
Like you have no hair on your face because you're like, maybe I'll keep a goatee, and that's not happening. And you're like, I'll just keep a nope, mustache either. You're just like you are no hair, couple cuts on your face.
Oh, just cool it off with these oils.
Yes. So, she's like, sir, are you okay? Sir? Okay, if you could hurry up and get ready, I can take you upstairs to the dining hall.
He's got
take a healing potion. 4 of the upper members that you rarely see come down and sit at the table. Before they sit at the table, they come up, they pat you on the shoulder like, I'm glad to see you've chosen to go on this pilgrimage. And like, good luck, sir. And then another one comes up, is like, you are a powerful man. You are going to succeed. And then pat you on the shoulder. And then another one is like, I look forward to you joining the full-fledged ranks of our order. Pat you on the back. And just all of the praise and just building that confidence, making you feel, because this is your night. Like this is you. And they come and they sit around the table, and then you hear Vandan. He's like, Brother Fallon.
Yes.
I would like to escort you up to the room.
Appreciate it, yes, sir.
Yeah. So, as you come out, he's like,
oh, I'm assuming I was escorted down there. I was still in my armor.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So I'm gonna hand it. I want to hand it towards him or someone and be like, "Take this to the black. If you could you take this to the blacksmith and have them remove the symbol on the chest?"
Gonna play a sentencism.
Removing it may be difficult, but we
Marring it.
could easily mar it.
Perfect.
Okay. So he takes it, and then he's like, and then she comes down. She's like, "You look amazing." And then he's like, "Take this to the blacksmith. He would like to have this removed, or if you can't remove it, just damaged to the point where it cannot be recognizable." And she's like, yes. He's like, go. And she hustles away.
I wink at her. She goes,
now.
Oh no, she giggles when you do it. And then it's like, well,
women, right?
Regenerate comes in.
Or that one.
So let's go. He's like, he's like,
what's her name?
he brings you up and he's like, I truly do appreciate you heading down this process. This item that you're gonna get, I do appreciate nobody looking inside the tube. This is going to be sealed. It will be magically sealed, but I would just prefer nobody opening it up.
Where am I retrieving it from?
It is going to be from our eastern temple, which is on the other side near the Tribor. It's on the other side of the Sword Mountains.
And you can regenerate, put a regeneration shield on your creature.
So,
That I don't know.
and this, as I said, is a very important pilgrimage. You're doing a secondary item, but I am going to be very appreciative of the things that you're doing. And
I'm trying to find a plan.
You're the leader of them, yeah?
in sorts, yes.
May I ask, is there a reason you don't trust your own to get it?
We're limited on the number of people that can travel outside of this temple. I do have other ones that probably could do this, but they are very busy, and I would prefer to just do this in conjunction with this pilgrimage. And if you're willing to go with our soon-to-be brother Gru, I think this would be a very good time.
Perfect.
So.
Oh yeah, I've got hundreds of these.
So with that, he.
That's fine. I like the background noise. It's things I'm hearing as we're walking, right? Like, there's of these in the background.
Yes.
There's tribbles everywhere.
So with that, he walks in. He's like, "You do go sit next to our good friend Thorven. He would be the other individual. I'm assuming you're wearing your holy symbol on the outside, or you?
No,
did you tuck it?
I respected them.
Okay.
He'll
describe Thorven, and it's like he is the open chair, the only open chair that should be up there right now, excluding the one at the other end of the table. Don't sit there. That's mine.
Fair enough.
Okay. So,
for the sake of the podcast, what am I looking at as I look at you?
Oh, you have long hair, golden. He's wearing chain. He would wear chain armor, and with a shield is a mace.
Shoes now.
So long golden hair and a white robe right now.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. So you see that as you walk in, there is a large amount of people. Well, not large. There's 5 people on each side, and then you have Gru sitting at the far end of the table, like with people just talking to him. People drinking. Actually, some people saying, "Oh, you guys have already gotten some of the rabbit. Ha. They must really like you." And so,
if it's okay, I'm going to roll a perception on him. I just want to look at his beard.
Actually, I'd like to do the same and look at it.
It's expensive for me.
It grew.
I got an 11 on it.
I have a natural 19.
It's not hard. It looks amazing.
How far away from him am I?
You're probably about a good.
Well, if he's sitting
about the same distance.
Yeah.
I mean, when you go to sit at the table, yes. Like as you walk up, you're probably about 15 feet as you walk in the room from the table. But as you get closer to it, you 100% can see. And I'm not even going to have you guys roll like the jaggedness that has happened to this man's face. Like he's got some slices, and like it looks like there's cuts alongside of his mouth, like little small nicks, like a little small nick on his cheek. And,
I am going to
as I sit
laugh,
down,
spitting rabbit everywhere.
As I sit down, everybody cover my face. Just like you're
Sir, did you get in a fight with one of the Abbey cats?
That is less embarrassing. Yes. Didn't know we were so feral and hanging out there.
You see the two doors open up,
I chose not to.
and Lady Mandy steps in. She's like,
Then I'm done.
I would like to announce
If he stands, I will stand up with him.
Brother Fallon. And Brother Fallon walks in, everybody stands up and acknowledges him, interacts, and then he's like, and
Was that card your victory?
as everybody sits down, he's like, not you. You came to us when you were a young boy. And with the amazing help that you received from Xel, all I can say is you have become a very good man. You've taken every task that we have given you, and you've done it to the best of your abilities. For that, we thank you. Taking on this next step in our religious order has given nothing but pride to me. And I may be speaking for Xel, but I imagine he feels that pride as well. He's never going to say it, but he will. I do believe he feels that pride as well.
Thank you, sir.
And the fact that this couldn't happen to a better man than what we've had in years come into our temple just makes my heart swell. I have spoken with your compatriots, and they are going to go with you on your pilgrimage. I've spoken with the individuals at the Eastern Temple, and they are going to welcome you with open arms. And because of that, we are here to celebrate you, Gru. Actually, no, he'll use your full name. What's your full name?
Gruunak Darkwood.
You, Gruunak Darkwood, deserves our praise and thanks for acceptance into our order. And then everybody stands up, starts clapping.
I fight back that single tear.
Yeah, give me Constitution.
I'm just gonna do like a glass.
So, how strong is your emotions towards him for this? It's probably been a good 15.
Than I would ever admit
Constitution.
To
14.
Okay. Yes, you hold back that single tear.
Oh yeah.
What'd you roll?
A 10.
Hey. So while you are able to control the chin quiver, two tears kind of welt up, and then you're trying to hold them, and so I need you specifically. Everybody can roll perception, but I need you
in the napkin.
14.
Okay.
21.
Okay.
Is it my wisdom?
Perception. So yeah, it would be wisdom.
10.
Okay. So, you two notice this. You specifically notice this, and that previous roll, you are not holding back that tear. Like that, like you are staying steadfast, but the tears are trickling out the side of your face because of what Xel means to you. Like the fact that he's showing that emotional connection and feeling this just pride that he has never vocalized to you, but this shows that the connection that you have with him is real. It is there, and because of that, it causes your character, like it grew to actually have some tears come out the side of his face. And he says, "Now, Brother Fallon says, let's start the meal." And as they do, two large men come out, bring this massive boar. You recognize this boar. Carries it up, puts it on the table, and then everybody looks at you and is like, flank? Ribs? You get the first slice.
I'm bewildered by it and just flank.
So, and then they just pull, they have this knife, and as it touches, it just clean shear cut. And then they put it on a plate, pull, and then come to you, and then hand it to you, and then they start serving everybody else. Yes, and then they come around. They've got these wines that they pour in everybody's glass, and very, very strong, very, very good. I
absolutely refuse to take any of the wine, by the way.
Okay, they probably would have known.
Yeah.
So they would bring you either.
Well, being a special occasion, they might try.
Okay, that's true, but they will. It'll be like, sir, would you like something else?
Walter.
And then they come back and they bring a glass for you and bring some water.
Would I have had the wine before?
You have never had this wine before.
Okay.
You've had the stank mead,
okay.
And you've had but
the little choir boy mead.
This you have never ever had. The alcohol like this. You've had alcohol before, but not like that. This is very strong. Like there's no like.
I got the chest burn.
Yes,
like,
yeah, yeah. It's got a very sweet flavor to it, but it is a very, very good one. The meal is a full-fledged meal. Like you've got a large. Boar, so lots of pork, and then the bread's brought around. Your salad's brought around.
What does the salad look like? I want to know.
Like a monster cut the veggies. It looks really bad. It looks like the when they do the chop. It looks like when they do the chopped salad at Subway, and they do the smash like that. Yes, it looks like the chopped salads at Subway when they're just smashing it and going like that. Yeah, yes, that's what it looks like.
I'm just gonna
slide that off to the side.
I look at it.
This bread is still warm.
Oh,
You've never had this before. You've always had bread that you're like and like breaking it. And yeah.
So I'm just squishing it.
Bread.
Yeah, it looks like bread. That doesn't feel like any bread you've ever had.
Like they would have the fat of butter, right? Like the giant, pad of butter.
Yes.
So I look
a giant pad of butter.
I just cut it
Derek, I declare
and watch it melt.
Yes.
Fascination.
Yes. Yeah, you've never experienced this before.
One bite. That was the best part of the meat.
Well, no, you've never had the fresh the fresh cooked you've never. Yes. This was cooked like as you remember back. You remember him bringing that in, and then they put it in this pit, and they covered the pit up, and you have no idea why they were doing this, but that's the boar that he brought in.
This.
This is a whole new experience for you. You've had this before because you've previously you guys were very, very spoiled. But
I'm still gonna be eaten in 4 days.
Perception of 16 with a modifier of 20 to watching him as he's.
It's like the first time he's ever had a meal. Yeah. It's the first time he's ever had a fresh meal. It's just like slowly eating and enjoying every savor bite.
I take one of the other hot rolls, and as the meat juices are on the plate, I'm gently
this is something that you're what's this left over the meat? This is just shocking. And then there's Zell, who's just like.
He's got a boar leg.
I do not use utensils. I just go.
Yeah, he's just going to it.
I'm pretty much on the same because I haven't eaten in 4 days. I'm just
so
shoveling it in.
Savor the taste.
So with that,
you're eating over here.
With that, the night kind of goes on. They talk about your the effort you put into everything you do. They talk about every task, even the difficult ones of having to climb up to clean certain levels of the keep. People that were fearful of it. You didn't. You just you're like, no, this is my job. I'm going to do this, and you've gone through and done everything you need to, and because of that, it's everything's praised. Nobody is at all upset or frustrated at anything that you've ever done.
Thanks, man.
Where is it? Yeah, because I'm gonna close this out real quick.
I just didn't have any spells to cast.
Mouse. Found it.
Just discarding lands to this attack tree.
Babies!
Wait, is that what we're fighting?
Yeah. Oh god, okay.
Oh my god.
Attack on Titan.
I rolled a 3. I give in to cuteness.
I give in to cuteness.
Damn it. Hold on.
Her charisma's too high.
Heliod.
Yeah.
Am I good to hit the latrine real quick?
Yep, go ahead. Like right now, we're just gonna tie this stuff up and then we're...
You just gotta figure out how to not have your kids all over the monitor.
So, with that, you guys are... Like the process is all like, praise and going over, and... So, the night goes exactly like what you guys would probably expect at a fine dinner, and I mean, more of a praise, less of a party, just a praise of him and a send off. So everybody drinks. Nobody drinks too much because that's not the way. I mean, none of the other members drink too much. But if you guys drink too much, then you guys drink too much. But all the other members of the church that are there, they slowly, one by one, start excusing themselves, except for Brother Fallon, who, as things go and other people are leaving, he comes closer to the four of you and says that I do truly appreciate you going with soon-to-be Brother Gru to accomplish his level, his ability within our church. It's, as I said before, I meant every single word. It does make me very proud. You've come a very, very long way, and because of that, we feel it is more than in your capabilities to make this long travel. Now we're sending them with you because it never hurts to have friends.
Yes, sir.
So, with that, I am going to go and sleep. Stay as late as you want. You know, this is going to be your last night in a very comfortable, warm environment for probably multiple months. So, with that, I bid you good night.
Good night.
Then he stands up and he heads out.
Good night.
And then Jasmine comes in once he leaves, and she's like, I just want you to know that he is absolutely right. You are a very, very well and able-bodied man who eats way too much of my food. But you have very strong convictions, and I believe, much like he said, you are going to succeed in your tasks. So, if there isn't any more food that you need, I am going to retire for the night too. I can leave Mandy out to serve you more wine if you would like. Otherwise, I'm going to excuse Mandy to go to sleep as well. Mandy's she's the one that served you. She's the one that brought you guys out from the basement or from the cellar.
The giggly one.
Yes.
Yeah, I think I'll just fill my glass back up, and there would be like a giant hearth on one side of the room, right?
Yes.
Chairs near it, or
no?
Do I have to drag?
No, you would have to carry a chair over.
I would excuse one of the chairs and just kind of sit in front of the fire.
Okay.
I'll take my chair and just scoot it along the floor. Carry it.
Yeah, they're heavy, but you can easily pick it up.
Yeah,
So.
I'll sit next to him and just enjoy the fire
Okay.
with a glass of wine.
Okay. So,
All three breathe.
I guess I'll just take my glass of wine and walk behind him.
Okay.
Yeah, when we prepare for the night. I'll finish the glass and then.
Like 4 times.
Says, I'm going to excuse myself. Get my stuff ready for tomorrow's travels.
Gru,
I'm gonna get my armor prepared and stuff.
Okay.
before you go,
So I'll put 2 times.
I'm not familiar with your pilgrimages and stuff you do and your faith. Could you explain that a little bit to me? I'm just kind of curious as to, I guess, what this looks like.
We're traveling to spread the word of Amaunator's rising again.
Thank you.
We're trying to help all the Lythanders understand that Amaunator is the true Lord of Light.
Oh.
And bringing the teachings of a more firm hand instead of the teachings of Lythander's friends to all. It's more of friends are needed, but sometimes forces needed as well.
And,
I buy Brockton.
how do you decide, dropping into his voice, how do you decide when you've succeeded? How do you know, like, what ends your pilgrimage?
The pilgrimage will end when the evil is no longer among the world.
And what are you defining as evil? Anyone who doesn't follow?
The symbol you wore when you first entered, and those followers there, that is what we want to end.
Count me in.
So that's all.
That's all you wanted?
Well, here's the pamphlets. Enjoy the meetings.
Nice.
So,
you understand what you're up against going against them, though, yeah?
This is why it's...
so I'm assuming you actually get up and leave. You're not going to go sit around the fire. You're going to
I'm not going to be like super social
Okay.
because they're all drinking wine. I'm drinking water. I don't want to be that guy at the party.
Right.
Plus, I don't like people.
Yeah.
So
I'm ready to go home. Can you drive me there?
You are given a bed in the barracks to sleep with. You are told. Yeah, there's 4.
I'm actually going to leave the fort and sleep out in the trees.
Okay.
That's my normal.
Well, there isn't a lot of trees, but there is a spot where they've kind of been like, this is where you sleep when you stay here.
Yeah. My little campsite.
Yes, because it's south, like it's off the off the actual path up to the temple, and it's down outside of the mountains. So
the hard sleep, you just see the tail's the only thing holding.
But as you go, they thank you for coming. They take the robe and then they'll head off to. You guys hear every so often little clanking and stuff like that as people are cleaning up the mess.
I'll go to my room.
Okay.
Thank you for filling me in.
Well, the barracks.
No problem.
And then
Like you have a small.
I guess I will follow him to the barracks.
On my way out.
Yeah, you've never had hot bread.
I'm just like.
Yeah.
I fished one of the eyes out of the boar as I'm used to it from eating with him, and just kind of the last bit of.
Like you're looking around, you're like.
Yeah, that's something.
like a grape, just.
So yeah, like this boar has been just scavenged clean, like, and it's been clean cuts because, like I said, that knife, that cooking knife, was super sharp, but it's like it's all been cut up. The only thing that there's about half amount of salad left.
I look at the bowl. And
Wait,
just
so
laugh.
when I grab the rolls and go to leave, is anybody else in the dining hall?
Yeah, like there are people cleaning up. They're in the dining hall, sitting around the fire.
Okay,
that's in there.
I'm gonna look at the bowl of like that has most of the salad left. I'm just gonna tip it over on the table and just storm off.
That's some of the clacking you hear.
Stupid salad.
Dumb vegetables.
I turn.
Yeah.
Good night, sir.
The bread's still fairly like soft and even now.
That's why I grabbed a handful of them.
No. Ristic study
So
happens
when I go to my room after everyone leaves, Does anyone pull the rope, go with me to take the rope?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I give it one final look of knowing that this is huge.
Yes, you've achieved something that you've seen for many years. It's now it was your turn, and it was your time to be able to interact and do that. There is a large hanger for you to hang.
I was about to ask about that. I was going to be like, okay, my collar, and I walk off.
Here you go.
There's a hanger at the end of your guys' at the next to your beds in the barracks. So
when I get outside, the first thing I'm going to do is grab a handful of mud and just rake it through my hair to get it good and matted up.
Well, you're gonna have to create some mud because this is mostly just dried dirt and stuff like that. But there is nearby.
There's one quick way to make mud. I drink a lot of water, so.
And you're not that you can see the ocean. It's
The thing is, he would use his own pee because he would want to smell
right
like a forest.
Yes.
Right. No, I got it.
Makes more sense.
No, I got it.
That's why I said it. I wasn't joking.
But there's an ocean right here.
How
You're not there.
How long is this?
There, man.
Okay, stop. Hold on.
No.
It's gonna bug me every time I try to do it. So let's just do this, so I can use it.
Okay.
We'll just kind of like sneak this.
So before I
How
go,
come they're not in 3D?
You guys aren't wearing the glasses?
Oh, well.
before I go to sleep, though, I take the time and polish the armor, make sure everything looks good, make sure the tabard's all in good condition.
Oh shit! I heard of the blacksmith. I don't have anything to wear in the morning.
You have the loincloths and stuff like that you wear underneath of it because the last thing you want to do is not wear anything.
I would imagine they would at least give you like not vestments, but like a tunic and
You would have some linens and stuff like that you would
some small clothes and
that
things
you would
like
wear
that.
underneath of it as to not like chafe and then like tear up.
Just Van walks out near the morning blacksmith. Yeah.
So with that, I always have an issue with the transition. There it is. Whoops. Disregard that.
I saw nothing.
Is all of his lands tap or any color?
Okay.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
So like I said, you guys.
Your lands are
Check.
familiar.
So right here, like you guys like this line right, that line is what leads up to the temple up here in the top part up here, and then you are down here, not too far off of the trade road, which this is the high trade road.
Yeah.
Where are we going?
You guys are going this doesn't show the entire map of the realms.
Signs down.
But you are traveling along. Gosh, where's the fucking mouse?
We're going that road,
I'm gonna move slower.
and then up over.
Yes, you're gonna travel up here.
There's
You might want to stop in Vandan for some extra supplies or something like that, and then you're gonna travel this road all along the Tribord Road, and then go down and around down the low trade road. Here.
Road that comes this way.
Yes, there is. I was hoping I had the.
Where's the hard part then? If we're on the road, getting to the Peplum is to his thing.
Because it can't be covered.
Bandits.
Well, you can narcissist reversal it.
Monsters.
What? Those don't exist in D&D.
What?
Okay, now I understand.
Yeah.
So,
Yes. Don't do that because it puts you back in the game.
Just wait for Dion to be like, you see a small white dragon. Fuck! Not this fucker again.
God, it's Skyrim.
As you're banging on the ice, you hear a thud behind you.
That's very.
Turn and see a white dragon. Yes, I did.
Fucking damn myself.
Thorven the Third.
I did the same thing. I have characters 1, 2, and 3 too, just in case.
Everybody sleeps. Everybody has a really good night rest.
Why?
I
lost the Reese and the Amaunator, and I put Mara back in the command zone.
There it is.
He was not a creature, but he's indestructible anyway.
That's true. Yeah, you were one short.
All right. So
Did you get your Wi-Fi to work?
I was one.
my Wi-Fi, yes. Like the best thing to do. I don't know if they'll let you use their
Okay, now we really
Wi-Fi if you need to.
Yeah, it costs 4.
You see, Derek? This is why. That's why I can't attack him. Do you know the Wi-Fi password here?
My dad has specifically the
Oh, hey,
password,
guys,
but
you
it's
ready?
like at his desk. I don't remember where.
So,
It's, you know,
Okay.
organized chaos.
Okay, so
Yeah. Paper 2.
work file machine.
So, paid 4 for that?
Yes.
Why is Doug funny in my head now?
We'll go buy a soda real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, fuck, I tucked my feet in the chair and I can't get out.
Let's see if this is actually a high resolution map.
It's got a lot of text.
It does have
This
a lot
dumb.
of very small text.
Hold
okay,
on.
so play on a creature you control.
Pay
0.
This is not a high resolution image. So, what are you going to do for getting ready in the morning?
I can also pay 0.
Lucas, Gru. You're the one that I'm looking towards the most. Yeah, because this is literally
I get up.
your rodeo.
I throw on. I get the armor ready. Get everything on. Strap the Morningstar on the hip, or the Holy Sprinkler on the hip.
Okay.
I head over to because I wake before dawn so I can do the proper prayers and go.
Okay.
I set the mace in front of me, throw the holy symbol on top of it, and begin the meditation.
Your prayer.
Yep.
Okay. Tim, I'm assuming you probably pray in the morning as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Oh, you whore face.
Oh, I mean, it's
It's over.
For a long time using that Night of the Stampede.
Oh. Oh.
Man, I'm gonna just drop
Actually put counters on.
a whole bunch of gas all over the place.
Seriously?
Yeah, seriously.
Popping shots.
I figured, you know, I'd get away from that for once, but no.
You would, I'm all the way over here.
I will pass.
You have been given a service.
Yes, but you have special fans that blow it underneath the table.
All right, fair enough. Ah, there it is.
Yeah.
2319.
2319. I just try to explain that to my kids because like that when they watched the first one, it was so long ago.
Is that the sun?
I can't have you gain it all.
2319.
Yeah.
Monsters Inc. They're the cleanup crew that comes in after the.
Well, the 2319 is the code for finding a
White sock.
a human item
But
in
the
the monster.
23rd letter of the alphabet is W. The 19th letter of the alphabet is S. WS. White sock, and it was a white sock on his back.
Nerd.
Yeah.
That was a bit too much, but hey.
Group of people sitting here playing D&D. You're a nerd.
You called me a nerd earlier, and I'm like, we're in the basement of a comic book store doing a podcast of a D&D session, and you're going to call me a nerd.
That's right. We're not nerdy. You are.
I'll do it again.
You ever notice every level of nerd has
Say
a
it
level
twice.
that they consider a nerd?
So right.
Not
Okay.
nerds,
So this is awesome. This is a really high resolution image. So you guys are right here,
Okay.
Where? I don't see a mouse.
right there. I'm gonna kill you, Tim.
Okay.
Like not in the game, like
No,
literally.
you'll probably kill me.
So like right up here is where the temple is. Like I can't draw it, but then Tribor Road. It doesn't show. Tribor Road travels through here. Travels all up.
Now it stays out of the hills and goes.
Yes.
around the
Yep.
hills?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. It travels over here. It travels through the hills right here, and then connects right here, and then it comes down. Right there's Tribor, but right in here, up the hills, right in here is the East Temple. Right in here. So like this is what I mean by when you look at it. So as it travels, so it is a very very long travel. You're probably looking at a good 10 day easily to travel all the way around. I mean to go to Vandan if you use the roads, which is the safest way to travel.
Well, that's
You're looking at maybe a day and a half, 2 days.
Extra added to it.
Well, to come off of the road to go to Vandan, it's only 15 miles.
Oh, okay.
No, Tim, I did not forget
It would
the
be
touch
awesome.
screen.
It'd be like.
Does it get rid of the
You tag Tribor, like literally zooms into the town. You're like, what the hell?
That
You
would
see
be
someone throwing up in the street.
awesome.
It's like, yes!
that would be awesome. But yeah, so like this is
Holy shnikes.
that is the realms.
Oh, damn.
You guys are
Listeners next to way up here.
up here. Yes, in that little area right there.
So right around here is where
yes,
we're going.
yes.
Go ahead and
Right in there.
Okay.
Between the T and the I.
Yes.
Now is not
You can use your editor create. You can mark it. No.
I know. Like, well, the problem is I have the one that I did for the campaign, like in Fantasy Grounds, but I didn't save the image. I thought I had the image, but yeah, in the Fantasy Grounds game, I have all of that with New Conanberry, Old Conanberry. Well, New Conanberry doesn't exist yet, but Old Conanberry and stuff like that. So.
Okay. In this game, it's just Conanberry.
Yep. It is. It is.
Not even old yet.
Nope. It doesn't become Old Conanberry until a specific event occurs.
So you can't draw a card.
So,
You have to draw at the top.
so with that,
Nope. Nope then.
they as everybody comes out, there are 4 horses ready, fully packed with like food and excuse me, water skins for the travel. They tell you that they have given you enough food to be able to get to
Nice.
to get to Vandan.
Okay.
It doesn't seem we've been taking 50 damage.
So do we have a pack mule with us?
No, everybody's got a horse, and on that horse
Is everything we need?
yes.
I'm gonna see what I can do.
So they just loaded up our saddlebags for us.
Back down to here.
Yep. Right.
I'll go collect my
So
armor
you're right
in the
here.
morning.
So as you can see, it's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. You'd want to probably camp at or probably stop at the Wayward Inn, and then 5, 10, 15, 20, and then you guys could push the horses a little and get to Vandan in 2 days.
Okay.
Every other game I ever played, nobody pays for the Mystic.
How does the crest look on my armor?
It's pretty worn down. You couldn't even tell that it was the symbol of Cyric or the Zhentarim. I mean, like you would not be able to tell that. That's what it was. Even someone like because you know it's there.
Right.
Like even in your head you see it, but nobody else is going to be able to tell what it is.
Perfect. Thank you.
Well, I'm glad you appreciate that, sir. Please make sure you let Brother Fallon know.
Will do. Fallon, you owe this guy money. Gotta go.
And Brother Fallon, he will walk up to you. He comes up really quick. He's like, "I'm very, very busy today. Some things came up. I did want to make sure. I wish you good travels.
Thank you, son. Thank you.
May the blessings of Amaunator and Lythander be on all of you."
I'm going to pull him to the side a little bit and kind of inquire about the information that I got and see if he'd heard anything.
That is part of the situation that occurred. I did reach out to the temple in Neverwinter, and they did say that some people had come in, and we are having a bit of concern about some of this stuff. So, with that, I am trying to deal with that right now.
I will check in at the other temple if there is any news. Pass it along so that I can respond appropriately if need
Okay.
be.
Thank you.
I'm going to tap out.
I go to the blacksmith and I ask for any
You can't target
oil containers, small ones, travel size.
2 counters on the Mara and just accept your
lamp
fate.
oil, whatever he would have available that he would quench it.
Okay. And then he goes and he takes a small skin, pours a little bit in, looks at you, and he's like, corks it, comes over to Zell, he's like, here's some lamp oil.
I did not request lamp oil. Hand it to the boy.
Yes.
The boy has caused multiple fires in my blacksmithery.
So hand it to him outside of the smithy.
Lost the thing fixing his color.
I kind of get the proud moment of one man again.
He hands you the small flask and be like,
Nice, are you dead?
Thank you, sir.
Can you just pick it?
I absolve myself of this. And then Brother Fallon's like,
Everything then?
honestly.
Okay. I will gain.
He's like,
9 life?
And then the last one turns to walk away. It's like, but I do.
Weird.
Yeah. I do wish you good travels, and I hope it is.
Yeah, but then you would shuffle.
I would like to say uneventful, but I don't. I hope it's very eventful. I hope you learn a lot on your way.
I hope this sucks.
Thank you, sir.
So, with that,
I'll clasp forearms with Brother Fowler.
yeah, he does. He shakes everybody's hand. Not you. You get a hug, pat on the back.
Yeah, Income
says
Reservoir is a great card in this deck.
he's very proud. He's very proud. You are you are one of a very few handful of half-orcs that you've ever seen in this temple.
Yes.
It's that it's very clear. It's that. I think you two were here yet. You both have a potion of cure wounds.
Yeah, that'll be on my turn.
On your end,
So,
what's that?
6, 7, 8.
Where do I find your guys' thing?
Yes. Well, my thing sits. No, you're talking about the podcast.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes.
Pretty much any streaming platform. It's called the Tenno Way.
Yeah.
Tenno, Tenno Way. W-A-Y.
Just like 10 no way.
Okay. 10 no way.
10 no way, because we can't even roll that high in our game.
Yep.
Last game was real bad.
Not YouTube. It's going to be Stitcher,
Stitcher, Spotify,
Apple,
Anchor, iTunes,
all the main ones that you would use for podcasts.
Do you use Spotify?
No, I don't use any of those. I use YouTube.
Yeah.
Got it.
Look up Valley Studios. I'm in the Valley, Valley Studios. I'm in the process of pushing
uploading
things over that way, but since it's all audio, it takes a lot of work.
There is a fifth horse, and it does have stuff on it. It's not just a pack horse. It's got a saddle just in case if you guys need a secondary horse, something like that. But it does.
It's a fresh horse.
Yes, it is a fresh horse. It's a fresh horse. So, and then everybody opens the gate for you guys to travel.
I'm calling.
Yeah. I guess I'll ride first. And
Okay.
We'll do that order of.
We've all got our own.
Yeah, I know. No, I mean I'll be.
The sequence, like the order of you travel.
I'm going to bring up the rear.
Okay.
Well, actually, no. I'm going to scout ahead of the main group.
On the horse, or you're going to? Okay.
I'm sorry. You said it was a potion of what?
Cure wounds.
Potion of cure wounds.
Yes. Just like that. Just like the spell. Just like the spell. Cure wounds. So,
But then I find a way to turn my life total into player destruction.
Yeah, that'd be no problem.
I was like, I'll just kill the Arbiter since it's going to be hard to punch him because he's got so many.
It's not true. It's easy to punch him.
Don't have that on D&D Beyond for some reason.
Might as well just kill him now
That's super weird.
before he finds a way to stifle my trigger.
What does the potion of cure wounds do?
So are we going to take a break and get food, or?
We were talking about.
I feel bad for eliminating him first, but it would have been.
Oh, a potion of healing.
Yeah, potion of healing. Sorry.
Oh, well, that's on my D&D.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good catch.
Awesome. He's just like right in my hand.
If I drop my life total to like 20,
So-
it would be fine. Cool.
I like that.
So, as you guys are heading out on travel, and I need you perception.
It's not.
Okay, so he's leading the way.
Yep, he's leaving. He's actually
I'm
traveling.
scouting ahead.
He's actually rides out probably a good 30, 40 feet ahead of you guys.
Even or bullshit. Got it.
Yes.
I don't know. If
And then you're in the lead up to him.
15?
I would be third. What? You're a paladin, right?
I mean, you see fishing boats, fishermen along the shore and stuff like that, but nothing too crazy.
Second from last.
I was like, whatever.
Yeah, I can take up the rear. Also stream. Well, never mind. I won't just won't give him that information yet.
Okay.
Break my own decks.
Yes, take up
I
the
don't mind
rear.
taking it.
And he's gone. But I guess I would have taken the secondary horse, the fifth horse.
Yeah, like tying it to your horn. Okay.
Because let's face it, you're fat.
Yeah.
Steph, he's big
You're gonna
bone.
wear out that horse.
He's like he's riding both of them.
He's just standing on the saddles, just going.
It's my first time.
He's on the horse backwards.
Am I doing it right?
Right? This is right.
Oh, hey, son of a bull weevil! I just found him.
I don't know what I'm doing.
I found everything.
Yay!
I need an adult.
This is Rin's character sheet. We're killing him in game.
So-
build him up so much and
So,
Yeah,
you did fantastic, Jack.
I need you to roll a d20. No.
please no.
Can I refuse?
God, that thing just like drops through there. That one might be too heavy for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's fine.
That one feels a lot better going through this. I keep going like, okay, it was on a 3, drop it through 4.
you
That's
dropped
like,
it
Jesus,
in
no, I rolled through there has come up a 10. I am done. I rolled like that the first time. Look at that shit. I'm done. I'm done. Here, this is for you.
The first time you dropped it in there, I was like, "What the fuck did he put in there?"
Dropping bullets?
Wasn't it right you carried Civil War bullets in your fucking pocket?
You guys don't?
Wait, what?
So, with the travel, you're going along and no issues. Like you guys, like you'll see a caravan coming towards you. It's literally, it looks like just like a wagon train, like multiple caravans. As you get closer to see it off the side, they actually, they'll wave to you, but like actually travel. They expect you to get off the trade road, not the other way around.
Yeah.
Just heard him say I'm 20, I'm old.
What?
I'm old.
Again, someone we hear as we go out of the temple. This kid, I'm 20, I'm old.
Just a word of advice. We've got a lot of stuff we can throw at you.
When no one's looking, I Elder Blast that kid.
This is a background character's time.
Not important.
Oh, like he's using Eldritch Blast. He means a rock.
This one I've been rolling.
He just calls it Eldritch Blast. That's his rock.
That's my rock. I was one in magic, never hit it, so I just call this rock.
I have resistance to physical.
So,
too.
as you're traveling along, you guys get about.
Right, well, I'm gonna head out because I'm starting.
Actually, hold on. I've got a better map. I found the map for.
You did. You found the thing?
Yes.
Look at you with
Yes.
your things.
Found it in another folder.
I did.
Hey, that one looks familiar.
It should.
I know this map.
So there. This is a better map.
Okay.
It's got a new town in it.
Yes, that's called Conenberry. Ignore New Conenberry, but that's Conenberry.
That is not there.
Yes, it is not there. You have not
ride by
seen it yet.
When we ride by, there is a fence post.
You as you're traveling right here.
It's a town.
There's a Remax banner on the side of the
You
road.
see something flying in the distance, right?
You
above.
just see a thing that
Okay.
says sword. And then all it is.
What kind of check do you want?
Perception.
Yes. It's a 5.
It's a large creature flying over what
it's
looks like a windmill.
Oh.
Do we see them?
No, he's about like 30, 40 yards ahead.
Yeah.
What time of day is it? It's morning, right?
It's early morning.
So
Yeah,
we're
it's close to
we're
midday.
heading north. So west,
East.
So
It's
sun's coming-
northeast.
Sun's
Yeah.
coming up this way above the mountains.
Assuming it rises in the east.
Nope,
Is that
it's the other way around.
Is it?
No, we'll just go with that.
We are actually headed in a direction called west.
So,
What
no,
is this north you speak of?
Yeah, no, we had like you do see it in the east.
coming
As
over the
you guys, it looks like a really small like bird. But as you start traveling, what are you going to do?
Is it?
Yes.
Yes.
Is this bird circling the?
I'm gonna
Yes,
keep my eye on this bird.
Every so often, it comes down. It looks like it does something, and then it goes back up. But it looks like it's trying to like hit or do something to this large windmill. Excuse me.
I'm going to err on the side of caution, run back to the party, and say, I'm not entirely sure, but I think we may have a problem.
Okay.
A problem.
It is best if we ride with haste and see for yourselves.
Okay.
Okay. I need everybody to roll perception as you guys are riding up there. Not you, Chad. You already saw that.
Fuck!
Well, when you roll rocks.
Right. Okay, and perception, I subtract, so 2.
Neat!
12.
12? Okay. So as you get closer, it's very big, and it looks like it's got a long tail on it. Do
we see color?
Yes, it's a very, very dark red.
Scheisse.
Little baby red dragon.
You see...
so cute.
I'm looking for a bird. Don't even pay attention to that one.
Where's the bird? You mean the red thing in the sky?
No, he said a bird.
Like this is the straight. Like it looks like it might have like a lion's head on it, but it's got these large, like bat-like wings.
Of course it does.
We're level 1.
No, you're not. You're level 3.
Oh, I'm level 1. I got
Well, you better fix that.
You might want to make adjustments.
You just told me to make a character.
Better make those quick adjustments on the fly.
Guys, who
So,
you speak
use me here.
Dude,
I'll give you my spell cards. It's just on the left side.
Almost dumped these all out. I'm glad I didn't. So you recognize, like not really super recognize it, but like you're just like you see it and you're like, is that it's a lion with bat wings? And Chad, as soon as he says that, I need you to make a nature.
Maybe, but where's the bird?
But first, where is the bird?
Sirs, I think that is the bird.
An 11.
Well, it does not look like a bird.
It was a rough night, okay?
He had a little too much water to drink.
I ate way too much bread.
Okay, so that's not gonna.
The glutens.
All the glutes.
Told him I was gluten intolerant.
Celiac disease, my one weakness.
all the gluten in the world can't help me. So you're not sure what it is. It's really strange because you.
I feel like I should know what it is.
Right, but you don't recognize it. But it is coming down. It is swinging. You can make another perception check.
All of us, or
No, him.
There we are. 18.
Okay. When you get close, when you're riding closer, that's what you see in the distance.
Yeah, that's what I thought you were doing. Sucks that I know the descriptions of most of the creatures.
As you guys are riding closer, you do end up seeing this large creature. Looks kind of like this as you get closer. It's got a lion's head, and a spiked like scorpion's tail, and bat-like wings.
I'm going to ready my bow.
how far are we from it right now?
I'd say probably maybe a couple football fields length. So maybe like
and we
200
have
yards.
to pass it.
Well, it's off the road in the distance.
Okay,
But it's
but it is a larger creature that looks like it's attacking this windmill.
what do you know about that windmill? Is there anyone there?
You're bordering on the furthest you've ever been away from it.
yeah. I was gonna say,
You don't know.
I've never been out of.
Would I know from my travels?
You think it's Manticore?
No, I'm talking about if anybody's at the windmill.
Yes, you have seen people out there.
Okay.
So yes.
I'm going to look at Grun and say, "The choice is yours, boy."
Sir, if there's people up there, the Lord of Light would want us to help them and slay this foul beast.
I'll fall back into last in the party, and then just let him lead out.
All right. So let's say it swoops down, swings, and this is that creature. It hits the fence and just destroys it, and then swoops back up.
Okay.
And then it flies around, it comes around, and then swoops down, tries to hit the side of this building,
So much
and
immersion going on.
and then eventually it lands and just kills this horse that is tied up alongside of it.
Oh man, I don't do things where animals die.
So we just have like a good flat land going right now, right? There's no
Yes.
tree line,
No.
nothing.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. We go a little bit closer. There. It's all warped.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I just noticed that too.
He's been used and abused.
This is freaking super old. 2008.
Well,
like 2008, brand new. So that thing swoops down, and that's what you guys end up seeing.
So we're just basically plain sight to it.
Oh yeah, it sees.
Okay.
Yeah, it sees you guys. But you guys you're not trying to hide at all. Like it sees you guys off the road. So like you guys are.
We need coconuts.
You guys are way off over. You guys are way off over here.
oh, okay.
God, it's moving so fast.
But it does see you. You see it just does as it lands, and then it slowly starts running, just destroying this fence as it's coming this way towards you guys.